has come to upstate New York, and we find ourselves at Bill Stadium in Orchard Park.
The folks in Buffalo love their Bills, and a moment ago they entered to the delight of this sold-out crowd. They're set for football as their Bills will do battle with the Seattle Seahawks.
And we are underway in Buffalo. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress, and I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath. Maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Allen off the play fake. Rolling to his right. Looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36.
And the Seahawks are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover.
Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. They go play action here on 1st down.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. On play action, they'll throw. Sliding out of the pocket. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. They'll roll him out right. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
So on 4th down, here's Jason Myers for the Seahawk field goal. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. Oh, and Myers left that one out there. It's no good. Wide to the right. Visiting kickers for years have had trouble with field goals here in Buffalo. The winds off nearby Lake Erie can really play havoc with your ability to aim the football correctly. And we saw an example right there. No good. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Play action. Now it's Allen. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big play here for Buffalo. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. On play action, Allen out to his left. Man open, here is Crowder. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll look to run with Singletary. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Again, it'll be Singletary. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
The Seattle defense, they haven't broken yet. Coming up here on a 3rd and goal situation. Singletary. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
But when the ball snapped from the 3 down near the goal line, I think in days gone by, we thought many teams would run the football, but on 3rd down in today's game, I expect them to throw it. A little counterintuitive there. They tried to run it, instead spilled for a loss.
Allen going to go on 4th down. Steps away. And it's It's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A disappointing drop there on 4th and goal. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
3-2, their record through the first 5 games of the year as they got the victory last week. It's still early, just October, but what have you seen from these guys so far?
Well, what I've seen is a team that's still figuring out all their pieces because they've got some new faces from a year ago, add in some new draft picks. Sometimes it takes a month or so before you really start to gel as a team and for those players to figure out their roles. But right now, I see them starting to elevate.
And he's going to get this up to the 24-yard line.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain. Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and set them down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. He'll fire one downfield for Fant, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Earlier in the quarter when the defense was keying on the run, you said offensively they need to open things up, take some shots downfield. Didn't work there, but they did it.
Yeah, I'm not going to change my tune now. I still think it's the right play because when you take those shots downfield, you open the eyes of the defense to what you could do to them, and that may open some things up for you offensively.
They're going to try and throw. Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there.
So the awareness of knowing where the first down marker is not just for the offense. I mean, his defense has to understand that, too, and they gave up a huge one there.
Oh, yeah, this is one of those situations defensively. You're just counting on getting the football back.
No doubt about it. You've already projected yourself to the bench and with a little bit of smile on your face for having stopped them, and now you've got to regroup and play again.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he comes back with one complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Hands it off out of the gun. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Field goal would have been a decent length at 55 yards. They keep the kicking unit on the sideline. They're going for it. Back to throw. He'll fire one downfield for Fant. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Seahawks. Noah Fant, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit for him in the same spot again.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
A gain of 6 there on first.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
He's going to fire one, corner of the end zone. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. Back around his goal line. Here's Allen.
He'll let one go deep for Howard.
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. On 3rd down, they go with Singletary. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Matt Hawk now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And taken right at the 35.
Found good room to run there. Returns at 14 yards.
And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here.
Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it, eluding the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
2nd and 20.
They'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Completes it to Fant on the right side. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Myers' kick is good, and the lead moves to 10-zip. So he missed his first attempt, remember, but this time he gets back on the bike and knocks it home.
Yeah, and sometimes that first one can really impact you moving forward. It can just stay with you too long and affect everything else you do during the game. In this case, though, able to shake it off, and he's riding high again.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just one snap of the football. Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
The Bills bring out a couple of extra defensive backs to defend this third down play.
Yeah, they're going dime. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually...
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Micah Hyde. And this one will be brought back to the 22. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They run here with Singletary. And the tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
Check back 27, check back 27. 56.
Throwing now is Allen. He's got it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's third and goal.
Now that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide.
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Josh Allen. Touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bills use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And this is no good. It's a missed extra point. Boy, in a tight game, how important might that turn out to be here as the second half rolls along? Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Flush to his right.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Scramble drill there, partner. Some teams have some pretty good rules for it. Others are just saying make sure you work your way back into the sight lines of your quarterback, even if you take the play deep. And that's what they attempted to do on that one, unable to connect.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Flushed out right.
And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
Ray certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
They'll look to throw here. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle.
We saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game.
And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time.
Picked off near the 26, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Moss. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. And that's going to leave him with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. And now here's a carry heading left. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they do get him out of bounds finally, but the damage is done. A big hitter on what proves to be the final play of the third quarter. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Noah Fant with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Seahawks are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead is now 24.
Bill 6. Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Working the middle here, that's complete to Knox, the tight end. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
Allen now looks to throw. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. Here's Allen to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. Allen, nifty footwork. And down he'll go at the 25.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
To throw again on second down. Allen. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
The Bills on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is third down and 12. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Uncorks one for Davis. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. One final try here for Allen. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Bills' drive stalls out on fourth down. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. Now a handoff looking right. He's to the 10, and he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The extra point now coming from Myers. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 23. And he's got some space here. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead will swell by one more. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped it to 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Uchenna and Nwosu got the sack there.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
Here we go, D. Here.
On second down, here's a run with Singletary. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
The Bills on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be third and a mile. Singletary again, and he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
.33 yards is the distance on the punt there. The Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
You can't block me.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 85 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Eight yards to go on 2nd down.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's
over the middle, and there's a diving catch. 4 yards remain for 2nd down.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 25-yard line.
To the air, Allen. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Allen off the play fake. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Now Allen, got to have this one. He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception.
picked off by Jamal Adams. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another.